Professor S. M. D. Gauss worked as Senior Professor and Head of Physics Department at New College, Chennai. Before joining New College, he worked at C. Abdul Hakim College, Melvisharam in Vellore district as Physics teaching faculty. He served 36 years as Physics faculty for UG and PG. After retirement, he worked for 4 years as Head of Physics Department in SRM institutions. He also served as teaching faculty of Physics for 1 year at Saudi Arabia. His areas of interest are thermal physics and electricity. He studied BSc Physics from New College, post-graduation in Annamalai University and completed his MPhil at Presidency College, Chennai. He has presented and published 4 papers in crystal growth in national journals.
Welcome to UGC series of lectures in Physics Dynamics Part 11. Introduction. Moment of a force, torque, angular momentum of a particle and angular momentum of rigid body, law of conservation of angular momentum, relation between torque and angular momentum, to calculate moment of inertia of a rectangular body, to calculate moment of inertia of solid cylinder. We are going to discuss all these things in this lecture. First, moment of a force. Normally, you know, a force act on a body, it will make it to move in the point of application of the force. Now, suppose if you rotate a nut with the help of a wrench, it rotates. Same way, if you rotate a door, it rotates with the help of the hinges. That means, a force not only moves a body on the application of the force, it also a tendency to rotate it. It rotate it during the direction in which it is not at all acting, and also it is not at all parallel to it. This tendency of a force to rotate or move is called moment of a force. The magnitude of the moment of a force F about a point is defined as the product of the magnitude of the force and the perpendicular distance of the point from the line of the action of the force. Now, let me take here, this is O, here a force is acting in this direction, F, force is acting this direction at the point P. Now, moment of the force about the point O can be found out like this. Here moment of the force M is equal to F into OA. That is, here you see F, the direction of the force is extended here, and the moment of the force about O is the magnitude of the force F. This is magnitude of the force F into perpendicular distance of OA from the line of force which is acting here. This is called moment of the force. Now, if the force acting on a body rotates the body in the anti-clockwise direction with respect to O, then the moment is called anti-clockwise moment. On the other hand, if the force rotates the body in the clockwise direction, then the moment is said to be clockwise moment. Here you see this force acting here in this direction, this is anti-clockwise direction, then the force acts in this, rotates is in the clockwise direction. So, we can say as a matter of convention, anti-clockwise momentum is taken as positive and clockwise moment as negative. While adding the moments, the direction of the each moment should be taken into account in terms of vector product. The moment of the force is expressed as m is equal to vector product of R and F. Here R is the position vector. Now, let me talk about couple. What is a couple and what is moment of couple? Couple and moment of couple. This is sometimes called as torque. Here, if two forces act in the opposite direction, it has got a turning effect. Now, I can show you by means of an example. Here, point x, this is point y. Now, two strings are tied at the point x and y. So, here a force is acting tangentially at the point x in this direction, and another force is acting at the point y in the opposite direction. Now, these two equal and opposite forces constitute a couple. Now, this xy is called arm of the couple, arm of the couple, arm of the couple. What is this xy? Xy is equal to arm of the couple. This is xy, this is arm of the couple. These two equal and opposite forces are acting in the opposite direction. It has got a turning effect, that is, it is turning in the anti-clockwise direction. This way it is turning, that is, two equal and opposite forces constitute a couple. The overall effect of this is called a turning effect. This is called moment of the couple. Moment of the couple is called a torque. Moment of the couple, moment of the couple is called a torque. So, a torque has got a turning effect, rotational effect. So, this is called a torque. As I told you already, two equal and opposite forces whose line of action do not coincide are said to constitute a couple in mechanics. The two forces always have a turning effect of moment called a torque. The perpendicular distance between the line of action of the forces which constitute the couple is called arm of the couple. So, torque is equal to one of the forces into perpendicular distance between the forces, that is, see, one of the forces, this is one of the forces F into the arm of the couple, that is xy. So, one of the forces, the two forces are acting in the opposite direction, one of the forces, product of the one of the forces and the arm of the couple, that is xy, this is called a torque. Torque, again I can give you more explanations on the effect of the torque, unit of the torque and what is actually torque. Motion in which an entire object moves is called transition. Then motion in which an object spins called rotation. An object can both rotate and translate. Torque, a torque is an action resulting from a force that causes object to rotate. A torque is not the same thing as a force. Torque is created by force, but torque also depends upon the point of application of the direction of the force. Suppose a door pushed at its handle will easily turn and open, but a door pushed near its hinges will not move as easily. Torque, again, the point or line about which an object turns is center of rotation. A force applied far from the center of rotation produces a greater torque than a force applied close to the center of the rotation. Door knobs are positioned far from the hinges to provide the greatest amount of torque for a given force. A torque created by a force. Torque created by a force is equal to lever arm length times the magnitude of the force. Torque is usually represented by the lowercase Greek letter tau. Then when calculating the torque, if the line of action passes through the center of the rotation, the lever arm is 0 and so is the torque no matter how large a force is applied. Again, torque tau, I told you torque is equal to tau, that is represented by Newton meter. Lever arm, that is R is equal to in meters into force, force is equal to Newton. So, showing torque in diagrams here, you see this is anti-clockwise direction torque, this is plus, I told you the torque which is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction is taken as positive, a torque which is rotated in the clockwise direction is equal to minus, that is negative. Torque is equal to the product of the magnitude of the forces and the direction, that is position vector r. What is the difference between force and torque? Forces cause always acceleration. What causes angular acceleration? Torque causes angular acceleration. A door is free to rotate about an axis through O. There are three factors that determine the effectiveness of the force in opening the door. 1. The magnitude of the force, the position of the application of the force, the angle of which the force is applied. What is the unit of torque? The direction of the torque, all these are shown. Here torque, units and direction. Now, the force acting at point P, then moment the torque, that is the distance it is acting at O. Now, the SI unit of torque is Newton per meter. Torque is a vector quantity. Torque magnitude is given by torque tau is equal to R F sin theta is equal to F into d. Torque will have direction. If the turning tendency of the force is counterclockwise, the torque will be positive. If the turning tendency is clockwise, the torque will be negative. What is the difference between a moment and a torque? The words moment and torque are often used interchangeably. A moment and a torque are physically the same thing. They are both a measure of the tendency of a force or set of forces to produce rotation. Now, I am going to tell you the work done by a torque. Here in a wheel, force is acting here and it turns the wheel, it makes an angle theta. Two forces which constitute a couple is acting. So, the wheel is turned, it makes an angle theta. So, here the angle turned is equal to theta, two equal and opposite forces are acting. So, what is here? Now, here what is the torque acting on this? Now, total force acting here is equal to F into r theta. F is equal to one of the force acting here and theta is here, r is here. So, F r theta, this is equal to force into distance, this is the torque. Then this direction also it makes an angle theta, same way F r theta. So, total is 2 F r theta. This is the total torque acting on a wheel, 2 F r theta. Now, this is a work done by a torque. F, this is F into this distance, that is it makes an angle theta, F r theta plus F r theta, 2 F r theta. So, you know what is the torque? Torque is equal to F into 2 r, this is F into 2 r. So, the work done by a torque is equal to, we know torque is equal to F into, so F into 2 r, that is work done is equal to torque tau. Torque tau is equal to, I told you torque tau is equal to F into 2 r into theta. This is W, work done by a torque, W is equal to tau, torque into theta. This is work done by a torque. Angular momentum of a particle. Now, the angular momentum in a rotational motion is similar to linear momentum in the translating motion. The linear momentum of a particle moving along a straight line is the product of its mass and linear velocity, that is P is equal to mv. The angular momentum of a particle is defined as the moment of the linear momentum of a particle. Now, I am going to find out angular momentum of a particle. Here, how to find out the angular momentum of the particle? Let me take a particle of mass m. Mass m is mass m of the particle. It moves x, y. This is O origin. So, this is O x and O y. Here a particle is moving mass m, it moves with a velocity v. So, the momentum p is equal to mv. This moves here, the distance from here is r. It makes an angle, it moves here. The particle is moving along the x y plane, linear momentum is equal to mv. Now, here this is OZ axis. Here when it moves, it makes an angle p, that is theta. Here the angular momentum of the particle will be along this direction, OZ direction, that is OZ is equal to angular momentum L is equal to the vector product of r into p. So, vector L is equal to r into p. So, near linear momentum it makes an angle theta, here r cross p. So, r cross p is equal to r p sin theta. That means, theta is the angle between r and p. Now, I can say, so it makes an angle theta. So, r p sin theta. So, theta is the angle between r and p. Now, this is the angular momentum of a particle. Now, let me explain how to find out angular momentum of a rigid body. Let me take a rigid body which is rotating at a point O with the axis of rotation being x O x dash. This is a rigid body. This rigid body is having a system of particles m1, m2, m3. These are our system of particles from the axis of rotation O, which is at a distance r1, r2 and r3. So, this is a rigid body which is rotating with an angular velocity omega. Angular velocity omega, the system of particles m1, m2, m3 are at a distance r1, r2, r3 from point O. So, here we are going to find out the angular momentum of the rigid body. Now, what is linear velocities of the particle? Let the linear velocities of the particle be v1, v2, v3 of the particles of mass m1, m2 and m3. So, here first particle, linear momentum of the first particle will be m1 v1. We know very well linear velocity v1 is equal to r1 omega. So, linear velocity of the first particle will be m1 r1 omega. Then linear momentum of second particle m2 r2 omega. Same way, linear momentum of third particle m3 r3 omega. Then angular momentum, see linear momentum, the sum of the linear momentum of first particle is equal to m1 r1 omega. Then the angular momentum, angular, that is moment of linear momentum of first particle is equal to m1 r1 omega into perpendicular distance, that is r1, that is m1 r1 square omega. Similarly, moment of linear momentum of second particle, that is m2 r2 square omega. Same way, see, you know, the sum of moment of linear momenta all the particles will be equal to m1 r1 square omega plus m2 r2 square omega up to mn rn square omega. So, this is sigma m I r I, that is I is equal to 1 up to n into m I r I into omega, that is omega into I. I is moment of inertia, that is I is equal to sigma m I r I is equal to 1 into n, I is equal to so much. So, this is L is equal to angular momentum. Angular momentum is equal to sum of the moment of linear momentum, that is L is equal to I omega. I is the moment of inertia, that is I is equal to so much omega. So, the angular momentum is the sum of the moment of the linear momentum. In this lecture, we have discussed about the moment of a force, torque, angular momentum of a particle and angular moment of a rigid body. Questions: define the moment of the force with elaborate explanation. What do you mean by a torque, and differentiate between torque and force? Find the work done by a torque. Find out the angular momentum of a rigid body. We have come to the end of this lecture. Thank you very much.